Hi guys. All right, welcome to tonight's Zoom call. Tonight's Dynasty call. We're so excited to have you here. All right, so what are we going to be talking about today? Well, obviously we got around and got back. Just got back from Danny Johnson. Okay, first steps to success. That was an amazing experience. Okay, it really was. It was a blast. We had a great time. Learned a heck of a lot, and oh my gosh, can't tell you, like, even just in my personal finances and in my personal growth and all around that area has been an amazing transformation in my life. Just in the last day, literally. Um, Literally paid off like $400 worth of debt yesterday. um, uh, yeah. So, hello. Somebody's here. Two people are here. Hi, girls. What's going on?
Hey, ladies.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello. Awesome. All right. Well, we were just saying we got back from first step to success, had amazing, and I was telling them we'd starting to change my life even today, and starting to apply their principles in finance, relationships, business, and all that great stuff. So, what are we talking about? What are we talking about tonight? We're gonna be pertaining specifically to business, but just to let you know how much like Danny kicked my ass at first steps. Okay. Like it was like I was telling Wendy, I like paid off $400 worth of debt today. And and yeah, so it's been fun. It's been changing. It's been a blast. So what are we talking about tonight? Well, first of all, we're gonna go over our goals and how we're coming with those for this month. The goals that we had set at the beginning, the are you a one, two, or three? So we're going to be going over that. We're also going to be talking about business and treating your business like a business. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about mainly. But I wanted to call your attention to your goals. Okay, and we're gonna get to that after we stop recording. But we're gonna get to the meat of the message first, and then we can have some chat time, friends and all that great stuff. So, but awesome. So, going over what Danny Johnson said, and the nuggets that we took home. And Wendy, you can comment anywhere in here that you would like to about it. The biggest takeaway for me personally, and I think is for the people that went as well, was how much Danny treated this business like a business. Not, and whenever I say that, that almost comes off as cliche, okay? Because of how many times we tell people, treat your business like a business. Treat your business like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. So you hear that all the time, all right? But what are we really talking about? We're really talking about to treat it like a business, okay? So you need to understand, whenever you paid your $150, $200, however much you paid to get in this business, okay, and whatever your challenge pack was, you understand, first of all, what it was that you actually bought, okay? Not only did you buy online support and an online office, you literally bought an office, okay? But you also bought a marketing team, a full marketing team, because they're out there doing infomercials for your product. You bought packaging companies, you bought employees, you bought customer service, you bought a support team and training on how to build your business. Everything that comes whenever somebody has already established their business, you got from day one. All right. So treating that and understanding that what it took Bill Gates years to create, you bought with $150. Okay. You have been given everything you need. Okay. Literally everything you need. Just think about it. All right. How many times have you called Coach Relations? Okay.
More than I can count.
Okay. All right. How many bags of Shakeology have you sold that you didn't have to pack, ship, or make sure or handle the return? Okay. How many people have you helped and signed up as a coach without having to process their websites, help them actually create their own websites to build their business? How did you actually have to build your website, or no? Or did you just have to go in and fill in your name, number, and picture? Okay. You bought everything you need for a major corporation, okay? I'm gonna say it again, corporation, all right, for $150 to $200. Okay, I've been listening to Jim Rohn. I've been taking on his accent every now and then, because like at the end of every single one of his sentences, he goes, it just doesn't make sense, and he goes like $200. He's a little punk, I hope, but he's awesome. You listen to some of his stuff. And he is so cool because like he has this old country accent, and like it's running through my head all the time. It's like, don't take that class. It's not the seasons. Anyway, sorry, off track. Point is, you bought a major corporation with $150, $200 whenever you started this business. Okay. So how do we actually treat it like a corporation? Well, Danny Johnson, what she did was she actually, and I'm not saying for you to do this, I'm just saying what her history was. She actually merged, because let's be real, network marketing, the name of network marketing is not respected in a lot of places, okay? Just because people have abused it and whatever, and it just comes out and a lot of people fail, whatever. It's just the history of the business. I'm not saying it's not a great business, but there are a lot of people ignorant to, not ignorant in a bad way, but just ignorant because they don't know what the power of the business is. When the truth that it can take a guy like Tommy Migrant smoking pot, going nowhere with his life, and for $150 he can sign up and build $1 million business that completely changes his life. You know, a lot of people for $1 million, like people work their butts off to get $1 million business. Okay, whenever I say $1 million business, it takes them 5 years for the business to bring in $1 million revenue. Okay, let alone not even close to $1 million profit. Okay. It takes them to do $1 million in sales. It takes 5 years. For $1 million in profit, it takes them 10 to 15 on average. Okay, for that business, it means they're pulling in millions of dollars worth of sales. You have the ability to make this $1 million business within 5 years if you choose to do that. Okay, if you make that a choice for you to do $1 million in commission and profit. All right, that is an amazing explosive power in any business, let alone network marketing. Okay, and let alone a business that you can start from the freaking trunk of your car like Danny Johnson did, and did it in 2 years. Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about exactly what it is that she did to do that. All right. Well, she presented her business in a very, 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 very professional way. All right. She still had great relationships and built a team where it was love. It was a family. And oh my gosh, you should have seen the pictures of them whenever they started out. Her first business was actually Total Health or whatever. And it was a serious business back in the day. And she still receives income from that. But you should have seen the pictures because there were people like lying on each other and having fun and like holding each other's hands and taking pictures like it was good old days. And like this is back whenever Danny Johnson like had completely dark brunette hair, and it like looked nothing like her, and she had the big hair that looked like it was off of Hairspray, and yeah, it was kind of funny. But anyway, it was awesome. Okay, it was a blast to look at. All right, so whenever I talk about a major corporation, keep in mind I'm not talking, because whenever you hear the word corporate, if you've worked in a corporate environment, there's not much of a family feel there. But whenever I talk about a corporation, you are building a corporation surrounded around relationships. That family feel, okay, that family feel and that intimacy and that closeness, you're not going to lose with this. But what we're talking about is taking the average person and giving him the ability, if he chooses, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with somebody that just wants $100, $50 here and there. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but you wouldn't be on this Dynasty call, and you wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't be chosen if you didn't want to create a huge business. Okay, so just very, very quickly, make sure I'm talking to the right people. Raise your hand so I can see you that you want to build a major business. Okay, awesome, cool. We're all on the same page. All right, awesome. All right, so how does she do it? Well, first of all, she started out combining network marketing with high corporation levels, okay, and merge the two different businesses. She was talking to CEOs, she was talking to head people, she was talking to serious companies and meeting and getting together in suits whenever they would do their meetings. Okay, I'm not suggesting that you do that. However, that's completely your choice. If that's something you want to go for, I don't know how to do that personally because I'm not her. However, I would love to learn how to do that because she made $1 million in 2 years. Okay. However, we are going to talk about how can we take some of the strategies that she used to create this $1 million business. Okay, what were some of the strategies that she used that we aren't necessarily doing right now, and then I'm willing to give a shot if you are, and you can choose if you would like to adopt these or not. All right, but whenever she went out, okay, first of all, she worked 100 hours a week, which I'm not suggesting whatsoever. Even she admits that was stupid. Okay. But taking your hours and using it to the max potential that you possibly can. First of all, the law of focus. All right, whenever you are, this generally focuses on one aspect of your life, or even in the hours that you're working your business. Okay, the law of focus states that the less you focus on, the more effective you're going to be. All right. So we're going to talk about setting your business hours. Okay. Whatever your business hours are. Okay. My business hours are now 3 to 8 3 to 8 on Sunday, Thursday, and Friday, and 3 to 7 every other day of the week except Sunday. All right. And I'm going to have those business hours posted, and I'm not working other than those business hours. But whenever I'm working, I'm not doing anything else. Okay. I have a sign on my door, and even have a voicemail, we're going to talk about it in a second, saying I'm not at my desk right now. Okay. My personal voicemail has been changed to I'm not at my desk right now. We're going to go over that in a second, just to give you a feel of how serious her corporation was. All right. If you get the script, anyway, set your business hours, and whenever you focus on less, even in those hours, okay, even in that time, and you go in like a pinpoint, like a dart, okay? Think about it. How many of you burned ants with a magnifying glass when you were kids?
Not me. I didn't. My kids did.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. I did, but you get the point. All right. All right. Whenever you take a magnifying glass, okay, and you hold it just straight up so that the circle is facing straight towards the ant, what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing. All right. It doesn't do anything because the light just shines straight through. However, if you bring that circle of light, okay, into one focused spot, you can burn through leaves, you can burn through anything with that laser dart. Okay, it becomes a lot more efficient, a lot more effective because it's focused on one spot. Okay, are you understanding the metaphor here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. When you're in your business hours, focus strictly on business. So let me ask you, Michelle, in your job, if you're in the middle of your job and you're in the middle of your work hours and somebody asks you to get a coffee or go get a coffee with you and hang out and chat, what do you say?
I'll have to lie and say, no, I'm working.
Exactly. Okay. Awesome. That should be the same concept with this business. Girls, when you're working, you're working. All right. Because whenever you're focused, okay, and I'm not saying that you can't have a social life. Please, that's one of my priorities. That's literally on my priority list, okay, is a social life because I'm in college. I want to be able to enjoy that. And I have hours marked out on my calendar for a social life, all right, guaranteeing that I have a life, all right. And whenever I'm at my social life, guess what? I'm not answering phone calls. And if I'm answering messages from other coaches, I tell you what, I want you to go to acuityscheduling.com and go to my link, and you can set an appointment with me there. Okay. If you have a 3-way call, you can set an appointment with me at Acuity Scheduling. Thank you so much. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, obviously, we're friends here. So obviously, if you want to talk, hang out, chat, like, Michelle, if you decide to do a long distance call and spend a couple bucks on me, I will totally answer the phone and we can chat all day long. All right. But point is, okay, this business can take over your life if you let it. And I'm teaching you right now that whenever you get in your business hours, whatever those business hours are, if it's 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week, 25, 20, 10, 15, 7, 8, whatever that amount of hours is, you're working during those hours. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Focus in on that time, on that time that you're working and focusing in on that time. That's a big, big part. Secondly, all right, this is something that I did, and I'm gonna do it to give you an idea of the mass marketing that she does and the phone calls that she gets in, because Danny Johnson built her business completely face to face. The majority of her business was done through flyers, okay, and gaining people that way, and obviously people that she met face to face, forming them, getting the message out, asking them if they would like to come to a meeting, and doing exactly what it is when you do online and do it face to face as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But she did it in a mass marketing kind of way. So I recently changed my voicemail, and you can call me if you don't believe me. But my voicemail is, "Hi, my name is Sam Diamond. I'm the owner and CEO of Sam Diamond Fitness and an affiliate with Team Beachbody, helping people live healthier and more fulfilling lives. You have reached the marketing department, but unfortunately, the marketing department of the company. But unfortunately, we're not able to take your call at the moment. However, if you wouldn't mind, leave your name, phone number, and the reason for your call, and your call will be returned in the order that was received. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day." That is my voicemail, okay, for my personal phone, okay? And any of my friends that think it's weird can get over it, okay? And they can leave me a message. But point is, all right, whenever you're reaching out to someone, I'm encouraging you to do the marketing that she did, because I'm about to go over something in a little bit, all right? That gives you a business feel. That gives you are the owner of your own corporation, okay? you are the owner of not just little business, not just Michelle's little business, not just Wendy's little business, okay, but seeing it for what it truly is and what it truly can be right now. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. In the book Think and Grow Rich, wherever you want to be, and this is what it encourages you to do, is to put a goal, put a list of things in front of your face, okay? Morning and night before you go to bed, and as you wake up, this is my goal, this is where I'm going. And he actually has like a mantra to say, as you're looking these over, saying, this will come true. It's guaranteed to happen as long as I keep pushing, keep believing, and keep pushing forward. And I hereby guarantee that I will put forth such action to make these dreams a reality. Okay? If you keep doing that and you act like it's already here, and he even encourage you to literally, this is Think and Grow Rich. And honestly, Napoleon Hill had a lot of crap wrong in his life. However, he did know how to make money. Okay? And he did know how to build a business. All right? He literally encourages you to see the product, to see you handing all of the product over to the customers, and then see them handing the cash back to you, and literally like close your eyes and feel yourself holding your different life in your hands at that moment. Okay, so that it's literally there, like you can feel it, you can taste it, you can touch it. Okay, and knowing and putting that belief in your heart, and putting that belief in your heart, and more importantly in your subconscious and in your faith, that the corporation that you can build with this, all right, is something that can change your life. Is everybody tracking with me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Does anybody have any problems with what I'm saying? Are you hearing me out?
I'm good.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good?
Mhm.
Michelle? Okay, awesome.
Yep.
All right. Something that I'm going to give a shot is something that she actually did. Whenever she said that she put out flyers, okay, whenever she started her business, because she started from the trunk of a payphone booth, bought a voicemail, because she didn't have a house. And at that time, whenever she started, houses were actually connected to phones, and therefore she didn't have a voicemail. Okay, you didn't have a phone if you didn't have a house. So she bought a voicemail and started her business from the back of a car with payphone booths and passed out flyers. Whenever I thought passing out flyers, I thought, okay, passing out flyers, I get it, like what, 10, 20, 30, just put it all in local coffee shops? No. Okay, this is what I mean. Whenever she said she started a local corporation, she would go out and put it under car windows and do 1,000 a day.
Wow.
Okay, 1,000 a day. Okay, 1,000 a day. All right, and that was like mind blowing to me. Okay, absolutely mind blowing, because I thought like, okay, she wrote out like 20 or 30, made it pretty, and then put it in the local coffee shops. No, she was serious. Okay, about building this thing in such a way that she would build it quickly, but at the same time give people the best quality and customer services that she possibly could, while forming a relationship with these people, getting them the products that are going to change their life, and helping them through that process. Believe it or not, she actually did form a business a lot like ours. Okay, does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right. So the only thing that freaked me out whenever she said that is whenever I hear corporation. I used to work in corporate. Okay, I used to work for a corporate for a chain and a franchise of a company, and I hated it because of the lack of a family feel. I hated it because I didn't feel like I had true connection with the managers. I hated it because I didn't feel like I had a true connection with the people around me, with my coworkers. This is what I'm going to encourage you to understand. Even though we're talking about building building a corporation and making money quicker and getting this business off the ground, I'm not at all suggesting that we lose the family feel that we have in this pack, because I guarantee you, I am still at some point going to come to Canada. I am still at some point going to come to St. Louis. Okay. I am still at some point going to come back to Chicago. All right. Does that make sense? Like, it's a corporation, we're building a business, and we're making money, a bunch of it, and changing people's lives along the way in amazing ways, okay? And passing this mentality on to them. But at the same time, we're I was going to say a brotherhood, but I'm the only brother on this call. But anyway, but not necessarily, but at the same time, forming a family of people that are pushing hard for a dream because they believe their lives were meant for something more than taking out the trash, going to work, eating, and going to sleep.
Mhm.
Am I inspiring anybody else here besides me?
No, that's good. I'm good.
Awesome. All right. So
Mhm.
whenever I'm talking about doing this, okay, whenever I'm talking about expanding your scale of marketing, expanding your scale of your corporation, okay, I'm not talking about losing the person of it, but think about this. If you have a family of people that are pushing alongside with you, and then you're constantly bringing in new coaches and constantly teaching people to perform a business and constantly teaching people to completely change their lives and own a business that changes their families' lives and sets them out of the chain and the depression of debt and physical obesity and depression. Like, oh my gosh, how can you not get a sense of purpose, family, and belief and faith out of that? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. It means working your ass off during your hours, but it means working your ass off during your hours for a certain purpose. Because think about it. Whenever you go to your 9 to 5, okay, raise your hand if you've ever had a 9 to 5 job in like here. Okay. Anybody? Everybody? Okay, cool. Awesome. Any kind of thing. What do you go to work for?
Money.
Money? Yeah.
Purpose, actually.
Really? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. Good. No, and that's awesome. And that's a 2%er thought right there. But this is what I'm going to say, just because I've come from that background, and that's why it scared me the first time I heard it, is that you're not going to work. Okay, whenever we say making this a corporation, you're not going to work for the paycheck like the 98% of America. What is your why? Okay, come back to it. What is the purpose? Why are you here? You are my family. Okay, and I hope to push, and I hope that you'll push with me as hard as we're going here. Okay, to make this thing grow and to make it grow quickly. Okay, and my number one goal is to never, ever, 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 ever. I hope you get the point. Ever, all right, lose that family feel and lose what we have that is the spirit of the pack, a fun, fast, leadership growing team that is a passionate, consistent family of dreamers. Okay, that's what we are, and we're never going to lose that. But at the same time, we can blow this thing out of the freaking water. Okay, all right, with some of the techniques that she did. Now, whenever she sent out 1,000 flyers, she might have gotten 20 calls back, 30 calls back, whatever, and she might have closed 10, 15 of them. But guess what? 10 or 15 challenge packs? Hello, Success Club 20. All right. All right. All right. So what I'm saying is we can blow this thing out of the water if we go for it. All right. So using some of the tactics that she used. First of all, setting your business hours and working them, being on the team calls, being on Dynasty calls like this. And I praise you and commend you. Number one, Stephanie, congrats on that coach tonight. I'm very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
But anyway, talking about is focusing in during your business hours and doing everything you can to talk to people. Because think about this, whenever you think about your business, okay, what is the biggest dream you can come up with? What's the biggest you can think right now? And however big you can think, that's completely fine. Wendy, Wendy, do you want to answer that question? Like how big can you actually see your team going? How big can you dream right now?
I don't know if I have a number for my team
Mm-hmm.
as we go off of this, but I mean my big goal is what we've talked about, being able to go across the world and sponsor villages of children and build schools and churches and whatever is needed in that village.
Right.
That I'm leaving long-lasting legacies across the world.
Good. That's even better than a number of coaches. I love that. Michelle, how big can you dream right now?
Sorry, I can't hear you anymore.
No, it's okay. I was asking you, how big can you dream right now?
For how big our business is going to be?
How big our business is going to be, or what are you going to use this business for? Whatever that stands for you. Or how much would you, whenever we ask people at the beginning for the closing comment, do you want to make a little or a lot? And then we ask them why. What I'm asking you is, do you want to make a little or a lot? And you obviously just said a lot, but why?
To be my own boss.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Not have to compromise my morals
Yeah.
for a paycheck.
Absolutely. Awesome. I love that. All right, Stephanie.
Mine would really be well, my why is to help other people become free of bad habits, but bigger than that would be really to bring my husband home and not make him just continue to try to succeed for other people, and be able to travel the world and take my kids with me so that they are learning outside of a classroom.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Danny Johnson really opened your mind. This time around, huh?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Well, cool. Yeah, no, and that's great. And like, I can even read you, like I'm getting in the habit of reading people my dream as well. By the way, the more you speak it to other people, the more accountable you'll be held to it. Therefore, the more motivation and inspiration you'll have to make those dreams happen. So Beachbody is the first stepping stone in something much, much greater in my life. But first off, just to share mine, like to make the $1 Million Club, but using that to start an orphanage on every continent, excluding Antarctica, unless there's orphan Eskimos.
There might be.
Never know. But yeah, that's what I would love to do. That's one of the major dreams that I have coming from this business. So each of us has a dream, but think about it. All right. You would have to own a company to be able to make that happen, right? And be bringing in a significant source of income to be able to make those dreams happen, right?
Right.
All right. So why don't we, in our part-time, which is really freaking cool, in our part-time business, give it everything we've got to use the marketing and advertising and stuff that she uses, and going about using those same routes that even our company did, or that Danny Johnson did, to grow her business that quickly. To be able to reach that point to where you legitimately are running a $1 million corporation, to be able to make Stephanie her own boss, and give her husband the choice to work whether or not he wants to. Giving Stephanie Michelle. Yeah, giving Stephanie the point to bring home her husband from work and being able to travel around the world and living the life. Giving Wendy the chance and us the chance to sponsor all these kids in villages and give them a home, water, food, and all of these amazing things. That's going to require a corporation. All right. So when you're 15, 20 hours, 25, however many it is that you're working, treating it like the $1 million corporation that it is, not that it will be, that it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So forms of marketing. First of all, I'm only going to keep you like 10, 15 more minutes, I promise. The forms of marketing that she used. She actually brought us through the process to where not only did she build a large system of distributors, obviously, for her business. However, she also focused very, very much on a customer base. Because no matter what, the biggest income in the long term in longevity of your business, whether it be coaches that are drinking Shakeology or customers that are drinking Shakeology, is all focused on product consumption. I'm taking you up to the next level here of like big corporation thinking. Whether it be coaches or whether it be customers, focusing on building the product consumption. And the beauty of it is that they need Shakeology every single month, right? Well, being able to sponsor more coaches and being able to bring in more customers and putting the marketing out in any way that we possibly can think of, in the most effective and efficient ways possible, to build that base of business builders, and at the same time building that customer base where they're consuming the product and giving them the best quality customer experience possible. All right, and customer service possible. So what I'm going to give a try, and I invite you to do it with me. I'm actually working on a flyer right now for the 21-day fix. And I'm just going to put it under like 1,000 car windows at the mall down the street. I don't know what it's going to bring in. I don't know what it's going to do. But if it worked for Danny Johnson, I have her scripts right here, and I'm going to flip and use them. All right, because I don't know jack about this or how to do this, and honestly, I'm still learning. Okay, one thing I do know is that I do know that support groups work. Okay, so adding 2 people a day to that and holding accountable. I do know that invitations work, and that out of every 10, you're going to close 2 to 3 coaches that you put the business in front of. So I'm going to keep on doing that, and and also reaching out to different lines of your different lines of marketing, such as flyers, or such as I would even encourage you, if you get enough, leaving your business cards at certain places. And this was what actually was cool. She would actually ask friends that own businesses around town to leave a raffle going, and she would like give away some product or whatever, drop in your business card, and we'll do a raffle for like $20. But out of that $20, you left it by the cash register, you got like 50 contacts, okay, or 100 contacts by people dropping in their business card and getting a chance to, because they wanted a piece of the product. And you can just call them back just saying, hey, I'm sorry you didn't win, but we are doing a challenge, blah, 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 blah. And, and getting back in touch with them, because all that is another list of 50 people on your resource list, okay, on your contact list. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Using it any way you can to get the word out in front of as many people. The exposure can be putting us to be. I swore when I started this business I would never do this, but I'm actually considering doing it. I can't believe it is actually putting a magnet on the side of my car and putting flyers under people's windows. But so what? I have a freaking dream and I'm going for it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So point is using those things. All right. Whenever she started this business, she actually broke this down in front of people. There are low budget, medium budget, and high budget marketing. Low budget is flyers and word of mouth and all of these other things. Word of mouth and getting referrals is the best is the best way for you to be able to do it. You should have seen it whenever she asked people. How many people showed up at Danny Johnson because of the radio show? Like 5 people raised their hands. How many people showed up at Danny Johnson because of the website? Like 10 people raised their hands. How many people showed up because they heard from a friend that I was the real deal and decided to come here to get a piece of what we got? 98% of the room raised their hands.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
Word of mouth is your most powerful and best friend ever. Okay. So how do you get referrals? Well, first of all, getting a product in the hands of the people that work, giving them the best customer experience that we possibly can, which comes from which comes simply from commenting every day, building relationships, making your challenge groups the places to be. Okay. All right. And then eventually bringing them around to where the point, not only do you have people building referrals, but you have other people that are now starting their own businesses to gain their own referrals that will help build your corporation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And that's great. And just think about this. Like, you're already on the way to doing that. Okay. You're already a long way on the way to doing that. Okay. How many people here have had a $100 check? $100 check. All right. $200 check. $300 check. $400. Okay, awesome, and on and so forth. Everybody at least raise their hand on $100. Okay, think about this. Your corporation adds itself, okay, because of the retail commission that you've made. All right, because of the retail commission that you made. All right, $100, you make 25% of the sales, so that means you've made $400 worth of sales that week. All right, multiply that times 4. That's $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month times 12. Oh my gosh, please somebody help me. 12 times 12, how much is it? 144? Yeah, 114. So $14,400. You created a business that's creating $14,400 worth of income in a year because you made a $100 check this week. If that were consistent, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
$200 check, double that. You've already created a business that if you made a $200 check consistently is making over $30,000 a year selling product. It takes corporations years, or even a year, or even half a year, 6 months to a year to be able to do that. And a lot of people do that within the first 6 months of this business. And you didn't have to make a website or make a store or build a building or anything like that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting you to understand and see the explosive power of what this business can do. All right. All right. So imagine, like what this can go to. $30,000 for making a $200 check consistently. Just saying, it's kind of cool. To me personally.
Very cool.
I don't know if it's cool.
Very cool.
Hey, I don't know. All I know is it's pretty cool to me. So
Cool to me. I'll take it.
If you've been to dating, if you've been first steps, you know what that means. But anyway, all right, cool. So next thing, last thing that we want to do. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty much the things that we want to talk about. Focusing on building products, learning to do the advertising in any way possible. I personally am going to challenge you to change your voicemail. I'm not going to raise your hand. I'm going to raise your hand whether or not you're actually going to do it. But I'm going to challenge you to change your voicemail. Okay. Answer me. Answer me. Is this a corporation? Are you going to build a corporation, or are you going to keep it a small little network marketing business?
Corporation.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. So if you're going to do that, do you think you should have a business voicemail?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying this is something. This is a direction. This is a direction that I'm moving, because a lot of these flyers are actually going to be cold market people, and it's a way to build the contact list, which I'm going to go for. But point is, I just want to bring home these couple little notes. So whether or not you agree with everything I've said, that's completely okay, and that's completely fine. All right. We're not going to change anything about what we're doing whatsoever. Okay. I'm just planting a seed of an idea in your head. Number one, that we're not going to lose a family feel. We're not going to do that. This is like, that's what throws me off so much about her saying corporate. Okay. That freaks me out. All right. But we're not losing our family feel. I am not going to lose that. I will keep it as non-corporate as possible if it meant we were going to lose that. But what I truly believe is looking at her pictures and looking at the feeling and the experience of the people in that room, and how close that family felt in that room, that you were 100% accepted, 100% supported, 100% believed in that room. And she has 1,000 people in the same room. She's running a corporation, and you feel like a family. Okay?
Yeah.
It's possible. I have a belief that this is something that we can turn this into. All right? So with that said, expanding your thinking, okay, planting that seed of a desire in your heart that not only is this a business, but it's your business, okay? Not only is this a business, but it's your business. Expanding your thinking to think marketing, to think this is not just a network marketing business. This is a corporation that I'm starting from here, and it's going to achieve this dream and this goal and this vision. All right. It's going to bring whatever you want your team to be, whether it be 1,000, whether it be 100, 50, 200, 300,000, 10,000, whatever. Bring a certain number, bring a large amount of people together under one flag, one place, changing other people's lives, fighting for a purpose, to get people out of debt, to get people out of obesity, to get people out of depression, and completely leave a freaking dent on this world that wasn't here whenever I got here. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep. Let's do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Am I freaking anybody out on this call? This is a Dynasty call where opinions are accepted 100%. Am I speaking, like, seriously, like, it's recorded, but this is only going in the Dynasty group. So if you want to say something, then that's completely okay. Like, I want to know your opinion. Like, because you are the leaders on this team. This is not my team. This is our team. And if I'm doing something wrong or you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. Like, this is completely open forum.
I'm 100%. I'm 100% for everything that you said.
Okay.
Absolutely. Everything. Even the car magnet.
Yeah, I'm laughing about the car magnet because I've already been in contact with a lady before we went to San Antonio to make something for my back window, because I see them all over my town and there's no Beachbody out there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen anything. And there's nothing on the website, is there?
I don't know.
There is, actually.
Is there? Because I'd rather not put a magnet on my car because I know what it can do to it. But something on my window, I'm serious because I've done it before. For Pilates, I did it, and it ruined the paint on my car. So yeah.
I'm gonna do a window something.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, like whenever, and then like building your local brand around your place. This is something that I also did, which I'm also moving forward on. Personally on my Facebook wall. This is something that Doug Couch, in case you don't know. And by the way, the call's over. If you wanna go, that's completely fine. And hi. Oh my God. You're so cute. Oh, awesome. Seriously. Wait, let me see her again.
There's our little Sapphire. There's a little Sapphire girl.
Hi.
That's a girl.
Hey, Eva. Hi, Eva.
You see that girl that's waving at you? Me, her, and your mom were talking about you like all weekend.
Yeah, we were. We were talking about you.
You were the subject of conversation in a different state, and what?
Yes. How funny you are. How fun you are.
Oh my gosh.
It's fun.
Cool. But yeah, this is something that Doug Couch did. In case you don't know who Doug Couch is probably the best close in the company. He's in the Millionaire Club. And he actually started in his local town. He started his corporation called Couch Potato Fitness. And that was his, like that's, clever.
Yeah, that is clever. I like it.
He started Couch Potato Fitness, which was awesome. He came up with logos. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love her. He came up with logos and shirts and all that stuff, and started making his brand around.
My mom went to me. Sapphire.
We understand.
Okay. He built his personal logo around his local community. So I don't know if that's something you want to do, but I can actually introduce you if you want to. His name is Lance McCord. You can look through my friends list. He owns a t-shirt company. And I'm actually giving him artwork to start creating Sam Diamond Fitness shirts. I'm going to start distributing it around the local community. And I'm actually going to start shipping shirts because they're like $10 a piece. I'm making a really, really simple artwork. Like 10, 15 bucks a piece. And if somebody's buying a challenge pack, they're giving me $50. So I'm returning them for the winner, for a certain person that does a challenge group. If they'll give me, I'm giving them a discounted price for like $5 or $7. Okay. I'm going to give them a shirt, that says Sam Diamond Fitness on the front and then some inspirational quote on the back to build my personal brand. Okay. And it'll have Team Beachbody logos on there. Does that make sense? Are you following me? Or are you tracking with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's just another suggestion, but just think about it, okay? Don't advertise, not necessarily advertising this as a network marketing business. In fact, if you get Dana Johnson's script books, she has a whole lingo for you to use because people know the network marketing lingo, upline, downline, point is using that lingo around other people. So whenever you say business, instead of downline, business associate, instead of diamond coach executive, instead of network marketing international marketing firm, okay, using all of these different kinds of lingo instead of that to make it sound professional, to make it sound straightforward, to make it sound like a corporation, and truly taking on the identity of that corporation that you want to build. So yeah, I just wanted to expand your mind to that, and keep in mind our business was started through infomercials and stuff like that. And if you can figure out some freaking way to advertise like that, let me know and I will jump all over that. So, but starting with a low budget marketing, the suggestion she gave was word of mouth, flyers, and any other low budget, like under $100 ways to market your business. But yeah. Start planting that seed. It's a major corporation, can absolutely change your life. And hey, somebody tells you the mountain's too slippery, too steep, too rocky, or anything else, you say, screw it, I'm going to the top. You're either going to see me dead.
Going to the top.
You're going to see me dead on the side or waving at you from the top. I'm not coming back.
That's right.
Exactly.
Sound good?
Awesome. Yep.
Is there anybody that wants to say anything? Wendy, you have anything to say? Or Michelle, Stephanie?
I think you covered it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got it.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Any different opinions? Anything else that I can help with or no?
I don't think so.
By the way, I'm also working on starting local opportunity meetings for a home-based business. So if you want to start a home-based business, that's a goal that you have. I'm more than willing to help you understand how to do that and point you to the resources that can actually help you pull that together. So, but that's a complete side note. But yeah, just thinking of bigger ways to market and advertise. And I got a million things running through my head from this weekend, but that's not going to be covered on this call because y'all got families and y'all got lives and y'all got to get back to them. But other than that, set your business hours, think big. This is your corporation. You're going to change the world one person at a time. And I'll see you at the top. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome night.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam.
Not a
See you
problem.
guys.